Hi everyone, happy Monday. I wanted to do something a little different today. I wanted to do a movement motivation. Now by that I mean I want to motivate you to do something, to move, to physically move into your future. What have you done today? What have you done in the past week? What have you done in the past month? We're already in February for the new year. And I just feel like I have a lot of information that I want to share with you. So one of the things that I've got from God that's been consistent in every day, power. I'm like, okay, power. What do you mean by power, God? I have power. I have power because of my mind. I have power because of my thoughts. I have power because of my speech, my heart, my passion. These are things that are pushing me. Some of you may not know, but I recently lost my job a couple weeks ago. And within that, I have not been able to find a job in my field since. And especially not one that gives me the value that I deserve. So I refuse to settle. I know that right now times are tough, but I believe that this is the best thing that could have ever happened to me. For me to have lost my job, for me to be in a position of desperation, to be in a position of really literally having my back against the wall and not knowing what's going to happen in the next month. I may have to move out of my place in the next month because my landlord is selling the building. So all these things that are unknowns, I'm literally living day by day. But within that, I know that I have the power to speak and manifest what I want to happen. I am an author. I'm using my book. I'm making workshops, presentations. I'm going into bookstores to try to make collaborations with them, but also within my gift and my talents in painting. Now, I've always been in school for painting. I went to the School of the Art Institute and I got my master's from there, but I've always painted for release or I painted for school. I've never painted commercial. So I'm utilizing my skills and adapting them to my environment. So I'm literally making art for hours at a time and then going to the street and selling them. There's this place in this area called Wynwood, and that's where all the murals are. That's where last week's video was, where I find beautiful images, beautiful art, and laying out a blanket and presenting my stuff. And you know, one of the key things that I have that works for me is that I'm an art therapist. So when I speak to people, I tell them, this isn't just art, but this is my profession. This is what I do. This is how I help other people heal. So within this state of unknown, uncertainness, and doubt and grief for everything that I'm experiencing, I'm also learning to manifest something that I have inside me, something that I never had an opportunity to do before. Because I've always thought that, I don't have time, I have to go to my full-time job. But in reality, when you go to a full-time job, that's not your own business or your own brand, you're pushing someone else's dream to come true. You're pushing someone else's motive. You're pushing someone else's just creative expressions as far as what they want to do in their business. That's not yours. That's not your idea. That's not your heart, your passion. It pays the bills. Yes, I understand the comfort in that, but I was comfortable. I was making $60,000 at my last job. That's unheard of for someone who just graduated with their master's. I made my way up and I made a promotion. I give God to that for giving me the opportunity and the work ethics to work for it. But now all of that is gone. What do I have now? The discomfort that I'm experiencing now is pushing me to grow, is pushing me to look within myself. What am I made of? What are my core values? What are my motives? What am I going to do to survive? And also realizing that what you feed yourself on a daily basis is what you're going to start believing and start thinking. So the power of the tongue, everyone says that, speak positivity. I do a lot of I am affirmations. I am powerful. I am successful. I am an author. I am an artist. I am going to succeed. I will pay my rent. I will be okay. I will pay my bills. It's not how, but it's why. Why are you motivated to do these things? Why are you motivated to move forward? Why are you motivated to make an impact in the world? What do you want to do? What do you want to leave as your legacy? These are things you have to think about, and that's really key as to why I made my book, Aligning Your Inner Self. I'm literally living out my book right now. Things are out of whack. Things are out of my control. There are things that I cannot change, but I am sitting and I'm meditating and I'm reflecting on it. I'm sitting with it. I'm realizing, okay, where am I? What are my goals? What do I aspire to do? What resources do I have that I can use to help me be successful? Meditation is key. Meditation, a lot of people instantly think of like the Western culture, which is a part of that. However, meditation can also be just sitting and listening to yourself. If you don't believe in God, that's okay. But meditation is still necessary for every single human being. It's a point of where you sit and you reflect. You reflect on where you're at, what's happening behind you, and you're reflecting on what you want to come to you in the future. Besides sitting down and manifesting and just speaking these positive things over you, another thing that's really good about meditation is just being able to organize your thoughts and your ideas within yourself. You know, our brain, especially with technology, social media, we're overstimulated, and our brain starts to pick up that habit to start thinking at that rate of all the Instagram pictures, all the news we read, everything that's within this screen, within your computer. So we have to transform our mind. What are you feeding your mind? What have you fed your brain today? What thoughts have you had today? Did you know that 85% of our self-talk is negative? That blew my mind. I could not believe that. But as I started thinking throughout my day, like I'm putting on makeup. I don't use a lot of makeup, but I put a little bit like on my cheeks, or like, you know, sometimes I have bags under my eyes. And I was conscious, okay, what thoughts are coming through? Like, oh yeah, you better cover that up because that doesn't look appealing. You're gonna start looking old. I'm just like, I'm literally talking myself down. I'm beating myself up as I'm starting my day. And I don't even realize it because I think that these are my thoughts. That's a lie. You can change these thoughts. You can change the mindset that you have. You have to transform your mind. You can't give in to what this culture, this society wants you to believe, what they want you to think. They want you to think that you will never have enough, that you will always be lacking. That's how they make money. That's how they make you sick, because you're working 40 hours a week for a company that you may not even like because you're pushing someone else's dream. So one of the things that I've started doing is I listen to Pastor Charles Stanley with In Touch Ministries every morning. So it's like a really quick 15-20 minute sermon. So I'm feeding my spirit, I'm renewing my mind. I'm like, okay, how can I use this throughout my day? Another thing is that I've started listening to motivational speeches. So instead of turning on Netflix, instead of watching a movie, instead of turning on television, I don't have cable or anything. But for those of you who do, that 30 minutes you could have used feeding yourself, feeding your brain, and just have it on in the background. I'll be driving and I'll just play it, and I'll just play it when I feel like really unmotivated or tough, or even first thing in the morning, I put it on as I'm getting ready in the shower. And I've seen the changes because I know subconsciously I'm feeding myself. Subconsciously, I'm getting something out of it, and I'm gonna start to bring it out when I'm having that battle. Final thing for my motivation video: love yourself, self-compassion, reward yourself for all the success that you've done on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. All these things, it takes hard work. Not everyone sees what you're doing, but you do. So you have to encourage yourself. You have to push yourself. You have to tell yourself, I am doing the best I can. I am where I'm at because of the decisions I made. But this isn't the end. This isn't like, I literally moved here from Chicago. I packed my car, and whatever fit is what I took with me. That's it. That is the craziest thing I've ever done. Sometimes I'm driving and I look around and I see a palm tree and I'm like, I really did this. And I did. And I refuse to drive back. Even though I have no job and I'm struggling right now, I'm finding out, who am I really made of? What am I gonna do with what I have? So I motivate you to continue pushing forward, to believe in yourself, to feed yourself positivity, and to love on yourself, because you have power. You have power within you that just needs to be awakened. Thank you, and I hope this encourages you.